How's your left back situation looking?
Obviously Leo trained today, so we'll see how he feels tomorrow, how he recovers from tomorrow. Remick, the X-rays were negative. There wasn't nothing broken in there. It's just a ankle sprain. So it depends, how it swells up and everything. But it's probably, it might be a week to 2 weeks type of thing.
Did you figure out how he actually hurt it?
I heard in the first half in a tackle that he went into, and he sort of got stuck and twisted forward off his left foot, and then redid it a little bit at the beginning of the second half.
Yeah, neither of those can go. Is Brad likely in the mix to go back there again?
Well, we got other options. Zach Scott's an option. He's played left back for us a lot over the past few years, and so he's certainly an option there. Michael Azera can play both outside right or outside left back as well in a pinch, so we're okay. We went with that option in the game because we were losing 1-0. We wanted to get Papa onto the field, and we thought it made us a more offensive team by keeping Brad at left back.
But you said Leo is at least in consideration to the point where you have to see how he is?
Yeah. Leo trained. He went hard at the end of last week. We didn't put him on the 18 for the game with the eye of that he should be able to go this week. For sure we know he's able to go on Sunday, and whether he's able to start or not on Wednesday or come off the bench, that's something we've got to decide.
So is the assumption right now that you're working off is that you're going to lose the national team guys after Sunday's game?
Yes. Yep.
And does that end up playing into the thinking in these next two games at all, or is it you play them just like you would otherwise?
No, we're going to play these next two games the way we would otherwise. The guys all want to play and stay sharp. We know we're going to lose guys for the national team, but that's just, it's good because it means we got players of that quality, and it's also the World Cup's a unique opportunity, and you never want to take that chance away from players.
Did Brad get through the 90 okay?
Yep. Got through fine.
Still very early, of course, but is it kind of fun to look at the league standings right now and see ourselves alone at the top?
Yeah, obviously it's nice, but, there's still a long way to go. The season has a lot of swings with it, and, I think people should be happy and excited, but, can't get too high, just like you can't get too low when it goes the other way.
How does this quick turnaround affect your preparation for Dallas?
It just means, our training today, obviously, we regen guys, and tomorrow our training will probably be a little different than it is normally the day before the game. But, our turnaround, their turnaround is similar. So from that standpoint, I'm less concerned about this game on Wednesday from a standpoint of turnaround and fitness than I am concerned about the game on Sunday, coming up afterwards. So this one, everything's equal. They're turning around. They've got to travel, which makes it a little bit harder on them as well. So we're in an okay place for this game.
Explained what happened with the Aussie PK the other day, but were you okay with it, that it played out that way?
It's the way it played out. It's our team. We've talked about our ability to fight back and our character as a team, but I think that comes from within the locker room, and I think there's a tremendous character in there, and there's a lot of respect for each other, so as a result of that, they made a decision, that they came to as a unit and as a group, and they backed each other up on that, and they fought for each other. And I don't think anybody, I think our team maybe fought especially hard in the second half because of that. And again, it just speaks for our character. They love Ozzy. Ozzy loves our team. He wouldn't do anything to hurt our team, and they won't do anything to allow Ozzy to get hurt. And so I think it's just another expression of the unity that this group has shown.
In that sense, is there kind of a give and take when it comes to last year you talked a lot about the team having to take care of some of their own, the players having to take care of some of their own issues internally, and in that sense, is it like you also have to be willing to take a step back and let them make those kinds of decisions?
Yeah, sometimes. We address it. We write down what we want on free kicks. We write down who we have up for penalty kicks before the game. They understand that, and so. It's something that we'll talk through as well. But from a standpoint of, whenever a team, I think, has the character and the responsibility and willingness to take decisions, I think you got a stronger team at the end of the day.
Was the Was there any conversation regarding the captain's armband with Brad coming back? Something that had been held with Clint?
Not that I know of. I wasn't in the locker room. You'd have to ask Clint and Brad. But Brad was our captain early in the season. Clint is the other one, and there's Ozzie. Those are our three guys. And so when Brad was out, Clint took the armband in that period of time, and so Brad was back, so he'll take it. And when they're gone, Ozzie will take it.
Anything stick out to you about Dallas this second time around?
Obviously Dallas is a tough team. They've got a lot of speed. They lost Watson with a red card on Sunday. And they've got, I don't know if Diaz will be back from injury or if they announced anything today as to what's going on with him. I know Acosta's out, so they're a little bit different than they were early on. But Blas Perez is back in the mix, and again, they're a team that has good speed. They're very dangerous on set pieces. That hasn't changed. They were a little less effective on those against New York because they didn't have Michel or Diaz on the field to serve the ball. But they get Michel back against us, and his service and their size definitely becomes an issue.
The first time you guys faced them, they were one of the hottest teams in MLS, and now they're coming here with 2 straight losses. Does that change anything?
It just means they're going to be motivated. It means they're going to be motivated and driven. Are they going to come out into the game maybe a little more defensive in posture? That's something that I'm sure Oscar will decide over the next few days.
I know you mentioned the midweek games. Is it tough having an in-division midweek game because it's a bigger game in the standings with teams inside your division?
Well, it's a big game. Always games in division are more important because they're 6-point swing games, and so from that standpoint, it's important whether the midweek game is in division or not. I don't waste a lot of time thinking about that. To be honest with you, it's just a game. We know it's a game. We know that Dallas is somebody that's there, that they're not far behind us, and we want to make sure that we can maybe increase that difference if we can.
You waste a lot of time with sympathy for opposing coaches either, but that Sunday game followed with cross-country travel, that's about as difficult a turnaround as it gets in MLS, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a tough draw for them having to play Sunday, in the heat in the afternoon at Dallas, I'm sure. And they ended up playing a man down for 80 minutes, so I'm sure that took a little bit out of their players. They've got to turn and travel. I don't know if they're traveling in today or tomorrow. To be honest, we go to Dallas, we go 2 days in advance, but they're gaining 2 hours, so they might choose to travel in on Tuesday to give the guys another night at home. But it's not an easy one. We've been in those situations in the past with, where games were even further, CONCACAF games. I remember we played down in Central America, and then from there, it was like New England, or Central America, New England. Then we came home to play an Open Cup final. So that was pretty strenuous as well.
Do you game plan against tired legs? Potential tired legs on the opponent?
I view it as us being equal. Them and us are equal. We're coming off a Saturday night game. They're coming off a Sunday afternoon game. So, there's certain guys who recover better than others, and there's certain guys who are going to show that wear and tear.